guys, welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today I thought we would take a little walk down memory lane, or I would reach through and basically, let's be honest, use some expired makeup. I was chatting about the Modern Renaissance palette with some friends on Saturday night, and I was like, this was the inception of warm rusty browns and me putting like these kinds of shades on my eyes from then until currently and until the end of time. So I've got that, I've got Shape Tape, MAC Vanilla, Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk, which I've actually never reviewed. I don't even know if it's my shade, MAC, whatever this is called, Fix Plus, the whole gang's here. So if you enjoy this type of video, be sure to let me know and subscribe, but let's go ahead and get started. So let's prep the skin. I actually have primer water and I have Fix Plus. I was gonna set my face with Fix Plus, so I'm gonna prime with primer water. That was kind of the thing back in the day, is we would say setting our face, which, like, I guess it really depends. I'm not a makeup artist. When I think about setting my face, I think about like something that's actually going to help keep it in place and with the longevity. When I think of something like a MAC Fix Plus, that to me is more like a finishing spray. But perhaps that's just me being picky and semantics, but this is the YSL Touche Clot Primer. This is actually so good. This was the first primer that I used that I was actually like, oh, this actually works on me. And I think I definitely did not buy this because they sent this to me years ago. But I would have repurchased it at the time if I'd ever run through it, but it actually is a really great primer if you're looking for, you know, I really felt like it helped with making my skin more smooth. I was using it when my skin was more oily, and I think it made my makeup look better. So if you're looking for something luxurious, this is still a great option in my opinion. Got some chamomile tea here. Got some cold water. All my anxiety is gone. I feel better now. Okay, now I'm going to use the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. I reviewed the Neo Nude Foundation, and I have not reviewed this, believe it or not. So I'm going to use this. It's in the shade 8. I don't know if this is my shade. This is such a popular foundation. I may need to mix in some of this liquid bronzer. I need to review this. It's very neutral, shade 8, which I actually really appreciate. Let me know if you tend to wear my shade, what shade you wear. I think they added some shades too. But yeah, this is actually a good match. This is very neutral. I'm shocked. This looks like a good match. I don't know, like from the luxury brands, I generally don't expect a great shade range. For like older foundations, you know what I mean? Like this one's been out for a long time. Like the new Gucci line is actually super inclusive, but Chanel, Giorgio Armani, etc., they've never done an incredible job. Dior does a great job, or a better job anyways, with shade range. But I think Armani might have added new shades. But let me know what you think of this. They also had that powder foundation, or sorry, it's like the luminous powder. Does that still exist? Let me know what you think. But I feel like, and I was late to try, like, here's the thing. Estee Lauder Double Wear, Lancome Tanti Doll, MAC Studio Fix, all of those foundations, first of all, are high-end, okay? I did not have money to buy them when they were popular. Secondly, I grew up in Newfoundland. There was no MAC, there was no Sephora. Sephora just opened up there when I left in 2016. We had a Sears, there's no Bay. So, yeah, I didn't have money for that, and no women in my family had the money for it or wore makeup like that. So I'm later to trying all of these kind of things, but they're cult favorites for a reason, like Double Wear, all of those Lancome ones. They're all really great. This is so nice. I'm just saying this because so many of you have probably tried this. It's like such a popular product, and I'm like, wow guys, it's actually really good. That's how much, like, that's why I have a YouTube channel. Because I don't believe anybody else. Like, that's exactly why I have a YouTube channel, is because everybody will be like, oh my god, this foundation's so good, it's so good, it's so good, and I won't buy it. I won't buy it. I'm like, I'm gonna do it on my time, okay? So 2021, I'm finally discovering Luminous Silk. I wanted to use this, oh, speaking of throwback guest, hi Loompa Loompa. Loompa! I feel like she's gonna forget her name is Rue because I get home from work every day, I'm just lying to you now. I don't even leave the house every day. Come here. It's Boopa Loopa. She's a Boopa Loopa. Boopa Loopa cat. Everyone's like, where's Rue? Here's Rubu. Set forth and be free. So anyways, I'm going to use the Dior contour stick. This doesn't exist anymore. It was limited edition. This was the first contour stick that I ever used that was the right shade for me, that was a good texture, that worked for me. And then ironically got me into the Wet n Wild stick, which is much more affordable but needs more shades. Filming with Rue. Just gonna blend this in. I really love this cream contour so much. Thanks for coming, Rue. Send me an invoice. Yeah, I understand. It's the middle of the day. It's double. She's very expensive to work with. Can't afford her anymore. That's why she's never around. It's not because I changed my filming setup. She's too expensive. Then I'm gonna use good old Shape Tape. I think that, like, I don't know. I don't want to say people take themselves too seriously, but I'm going to use so much less than I used to, by the way. I'm using the shade Medium. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like people do take themselves too seriously when it comes to makeup. Like, there's so many rules when it comes to application, how you apply it, when you apply it, where you apply it, what are the ingredients. It's just like sometimes some things are just for fun. My camera battery died in the middle of me having my just have fun rant, but basically what I was trying to get at was people take themselves so seriously, and like I get it. Like I get it. I take myself so seriously. I cried not long ago over something that I, whatever. But anyways, what I'm saying is that like makeup, skin, hair, beauty, it's all fun too. Like yes, there's particular orders and ingredients to apply in, or ingredients that maybe you should avoid or whatever, but like just enjoy yourself too, just enjoy yourself. This is the It Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores Illumination. This was, I don't know if this powder specifically was popular a while ago or if it was just the Bye Bye Pores, but I'm gonna try it just on my under eyes and see. Why don't I put it all on my whole face? YOLO. Fluffy brush. It kind of looks like it has a bit of a tint to me. That's why I stay away from these like quote-unquote translucent powders. I feel like that foundation has a good finish and doesn't need a ton of matteness on top of it. I don't know, I think it gives a really, really pretty finish. I feel like once I get bronzer on, it'll be better. So that's what I'm going to do right now. And I'm going to use the brand that a lot of people were talking about this weekend, the Becca Sunlit Bronzer in Ipanema Sun. Not coming back. But what is coming back is their under eye corrector and the Opal highlighter, or is it Opal? No, Champagne Pop. Do people care about Champagne Pop coming back? My immediate reaction is, who cares? If I'm being honest. Not in a bad way, just in a like, there's a million gorgeous highlighters, but it's the type of thing being attached to Jaclyn Hill, being one of the first popular highlighters out there that I can feel like it's a lot of people's, if they only have one highlighter, or like they're not huge on makeup, but they bought that highlighter for whatever reason, that is like their favorite and they want to keep repurchasing it. That will be my guess. Like they're not introducing any products that they don't think are going to sell. So they have a reason for it. I'm putting on way too much bronzer. Oh my god. Because I'm just talking business. But they have a reason, and the reason is money, I'm guessing, which is like, again, not a bad thing. That's business, but it's interesting. And then the under eye corrector I can see because it felt like nobody cared that Becca was going out of business except for the under eye corrector. Everyone was like, yeah, you can go. But, so that's good. Really, really nice with this foundation. Definitely going to keep wearing it and I will review it. I'm going to put down this Milani primer. But yeah, I think it's interesting. To me, I feel like well, first of all, I never saw this coming. Like, I didn't even know this was a thing that was possible with businesses. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Smashbox, they're all owned by Estee Lauder. So Estee Lauder purchased Becca, I'm pretty sure, 2 years ago-ish, and then Becca went out of business, but now Smashbox has announced that they're going to be taking on two of Becca's products, the under eye corrector and I should have started with this, and the and the highlighter. So I think personally that it's very, very interesting. I know a lot of people have a lot of thoughts about it anytime a beauty brand does anything, of course. And like, these are bajillion-dollar brands. In my opinion, they probably knew that they were gonna dissolve Becca. I'm gonna take raw sienna and burnt orange. And they knew that they were gonna, you know, like, they bought it knowing that it wasn't going to be viable. I can't imagine Estee Lauder would put a bunch of money into buying something and then be like, oh wait, people don't actually like it. Like, they had to know going into it. But perhaps then, and I also understand why they did the sales. Like, this is not me standing up for the brands, by the way. I'm just trying to give insight. Like, you can be as mad or as happy about this as you want. But to me, it seems like they encouraged people to buy that product that was selling out, even if they were going to bring it back. Firstly, because they want money, okay? Secondly, it's probably going to be either rebranded or potentially new packaging or different set of standards if it's going to come out under the Smashbox name or maybe Smashbox Becca. I'm assuming they won't just be able to sell like old stock that they produced to be sold under Becca, to be sold under Smashbox. That to me feels like legal problems, but I can understand if you went out and stocked up that you'd be annoyed, but I would hope that you got it on sale, question mark. I also wonder if the price would change. I don't know, it's very interesting. I'm gonna put some of that burnt orange on my lid. I remember in university going to the advisor for advice about what to do for work and telling him that I wanted to work for brands like Estee Lauder and L'Oreal, like the big beauty brands, and he laughed at me. Or kind of chuckled in like a, you know, a silly girl with makeup kind of thing. First of all, I'm doing just fine, thank you. Second of all, it's just crazy how much these brands have grown. Like, the Estee Lauder was already huge, but I feel like honestly because of YouTube and the pickup in the beauty industry, everything has just gone a bajillion times bigger. But now, of course, COVID has made things interesting again. Never a dull moment. Okay, I'm trying something a little bit different. I don't really know where I'm going with this, but I figured instead of just doing the exact same look I would have done a couple of years ago with this palette, and not dissimilar to the look I would still do today because it's easy to get stuck in a makeup rut. I'm just trying to do a little wing, and the only reason, honestly, I'm nervous to do this because this is not, I don't do this kind of stuff. But I'm gonna try it, and then maybe you'll try something different, and then that will make me happy. But I'm just taking this flat brush and really just pressing it. I could have put like a red liner underneath, but this sort of just escalated, and I'm just trying something different. Normally with a brown, you can make it a little bit smoky, but I feel like with a red shade, I want to be a little more precise. This is the shade Love Letter. And I'm really more stamping it than brushing it. So I want it to be noticeable, but not like super red and dramatic. The goal is noticeable, but not messy. So every little bit more that I add is potential to go either direction. Just gonna take it and put it up in my crease. YOLO. Never done this in my life. Why not? Here I am telling you makeup is supposed to be fun and then having no fun with it because I'm nervous that I'm going to do not a good job. I'm just stab around. See what happens. One turned out better than the other, but I think if I blend them a little, I don't know. This is how I do stuff. I don't look up tutorials, I don't wait, I just do it. Sometimes it works, sometimes I get upset because I don't get it right, even though I didn't practice. This is a more or less cleanish brush. I have a little brown on it. I like what happened over here. And I'm going to take a little bit of the Real Gar shade, that orange, and I'm just going to put that in the crease, and I think that's going to give me a little bit of forgiveness in terms of like, if it looks messy, it's less of a wing. I feel like maybe I should put something in here to make it look more like a cut crease, even though it's not really a cut crease, but it's kind of like a fake out. So if I just put a little bit of a lighter color, that's a golden ochre shade. Like, I'm really just here to play and have fun today. I should probably stop. I'm now gonna Fix Plus myself before mascara. This is an old one. It's coconut. Oh god. Oh my god. I wasn't sure about which mascara to use, so I grabbed the Lancome Hypnose Drama. This was one that was super, super popular, but it's not that I didn't like it, I just didn't have a lot of experience with it, so I figured I would use it today. I just found it. I love the Lashy Doll and the Mr. Big from them, but is there a Hypnose and a Hypnose Drama? Or I tried this like a long time ago. I think this is one of those mascaras that has so much volume that I kind of prefer to have a follow-up mascara, which you may feel is ridiculous, but Rimmel not only makes great individual mascaras, but they make great layering. Anything with their like plastic brush. See what I mean? It's a little clumpy. I didn't want to grab for a MAC blush because I was just like, it's so obvious to grab for MAC products. How about Tarte Blissful? Remember Tarte Exposed? That was a product that I was like, I don't get to participate in this because of my skin tone. I was like, exposed. It's pretty. This is a lot of hard pan though, I think. Probably time to go. I like the warmth from my cheeks kind of meeting my eyes a little bit. And then for my face, I thought I would try this. This was recommended by Nikki Tutorials probably 10 years ago. This is the MAC Pigment in Vanilla. If you like this or you're appealed by, if this is appealing to you, I think this was $12 at MAC. It's one of their mini pigments. The huge pigments are maybe double the price. I've had this for a million years. I'll never run out of this because all you need to do is you open it up. I just lost some. I just grabbed from the cap. And this is, Nikki Tutorials wore this, okay? So this is another thing that I was like, I'm going to participate. Unlike Exposed, I'm going to try and do this. But it actually worked. It's definitely a cooler toned highlight. Has more of an iridescence to it than like a goldie that I would normally go for. But it actually really does look beautiful on the skin. And she can wear it, and I can wear it. And that says something, so thank you, Nikki. For lip liner, Milani Brandy. They gotta bring this back. So good. This little nubbin is all I have. This, by Beauty in the shade 40, whenever I find a lip liner that I like, I'm gonna do one of those lines. Never done that before. Wow. Doing all kinds of new stuff today. And I'm gonna grab a L'Oreal shade. This is one of their Color Riche lipsticks, classic, in Upmost Taupe. So here is the finished look. Of course, let me know if you'd like a review on the Giorgio Armani foundation, and if you enjoy these types of videos, I have lots of old makeup to pick through, so happy to do it again. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook @SamanthaJadeYT, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!